Shalom, family. It's good to see you all. And we're going to talk about this DA, well, former DA now, because she was quite naturally voted out. And, she did a lot of things that she should not have done as a DA. So we're going to get into this. Just give me one moment here. Okay. Right, let's get this set up. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I have a video that I want y'all to see. We'll get started with that, and then we'll get more into this DA. And, she's doing what a lot of people do when they abuse power. And this is what they do all across America. I mean, come on. You can expect this. This place has been corrupt from day one. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, family, please give me a 1 if you see my screen. Please give me a 1. Shalom, everybody. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to watch this video that comes out of Atlanta 11 Alive on this woman who, it's a commercial. All right, here we go.
Outraged the nation. Showing
Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Let me just start it again.
It was the video that outraged the nation, showing Ahmaud Arbery, who is black, shot to death while jogging in Brunswick, leading to murder charges against 3 white men who are scheduled to go on trial next month. But investigators, including then Brunswick DA Jackie Johnson, had that video months before it surfaced publicly. Why didn't she prosecute then? Now she's in trouble. A Glynn County grand jury just indicted Johnson for felony violation of oath of office, and also for a misdemeanor. She's accused of ordering police not to arrest the suspected triggerman, Travis McMichael, who is the son of Greg McMichael, a longtime employee of the DA's office.
It is not her job to tell them what to do or what not to do.
Atlanta attorney and 11 Alive legal analyst Paige Pate says the indictment also accuses Johnson of breaking the law in the way that she then got the case transferred to another DA, Waycross DA George Barnhill. Barnhill had already concluded that the suspects had acted in self-defense and he did not intend to prosecute them.
I think it was clear that she did want to keep the McMichaels from being charged, and that by directing it to a DA who she thought would basically share the same idea as she had about the case would keep them from getting charged.
Arbery's mother and the family's attorneys from the beginning tried to cover up the crimes.
It's total corruption.
Johnson emailed us last year, calling it all false accusations to make excuses and ignore the problems at the Glynn County Police Department. We were not able to reach her for comment on the indictment against her.
But I do believe her intent was wrong. Now, whether it's criminal, that'll be up to a judge and a jury.
Okay, y'all. All right, so we're going to go over this. All right. Now, I'm just going to stop this briefly for a moment, and then we'll resume from where we left off. So that is disturbing. Jackie Johnson had the video for months, and she never revealed it. Now, that DA that she gave it to, it was just like her handing it off to the Klan. He claimed it was self-defense. Now, Ahmaud Arbery is running on his 2 feet, and they got guns on him and boxing him in with vehicles. How the hell is that self-defense? But that right there just go to show you the kind of DAs they have down there in Georgia, really nationwide. Those are the kind of DAs they want. Anybody that will never in a million years side with people that look like us. That's the kind of people they want in office. So, ladies and gentlemen, she is being indicted on several charges. I believe she should be disbarred. See, although she is not the DA anymore, technically she can still practice law for a living. That's what many of them do when they stop being a DA. They just go into a law practice. She should be disbarred. And she should not have a law license at this point, because what she did was criminal. She did everything she could to keep the McMichaels out of jail until she absolutely couldn't, because the video went viral. Once that video went viral, there was nothing she could do to protect them at that point. Now, remember, this happened, I believe, in February, and the McMichaels did not get arrested until May of 2020. So it is just outrageous what this woman did. And it's sickening. But you know what? This is what we're up against in this criminal justice laughable system that they got set up. It is so badly rigged, it's not even funny. Their intentions is to never let us get justice under any circumstances. All right. Now, when that story aired, ladies and gentlemen, she actually contacted the news station trying to give her side of the story. Ain't nobody trying to listen to this damn woman. Like she got even an ounce of credibility at this point. None of them do. None of them do. And you saw what the McMichaels attempted to do. They were attempting to put Ahmaud Arbery on trial. But see, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what they did back in the day. Whenever someone white would kill someone black, what they would do is put the black victim on trial in front of an all-white jury. And we know what all-white juries do. So that's why nobody ever went to jail. See, they did that. And, they were allowed to do that. They were allowed to put the victim on trial. And whoever the white perpetrator was, they got to walk. Because an all-white jury, well, that person was a terrible person. Y'all don't have no room to call no damn body on this planet a terrible person. Okay? No one. All right, I want to resume this. So we're going to go back into this story. Just give me one moment. I mean, this is what happened to Ahmaud Arbery was a disgrace. It was a complete disgrace. I mean, these folks really seriously believe, they believe anything they do to us, they got a justifiable reason. They really believe this. They really do. When it's very obvious, they don't have any justifiable reason at all, and it's very obvious. Okay, here we go. Come on. All right, I'm just trying to get her picture up, and this thing is just not responding, which I'm not surprised. Okay. Let's see. is the picture? Here it is. All right. Okay. I'm just going to zoom in on her picture and then we'll get started. All right, here we go. Okay. Now, this story came out of Georgia, 11 Alive, September 2nd, 2021. So, the former Brunswick district attorney who faced scrutiny after initially not bringing charges in Ahmaud Arbery shooting. So, we know what she tried to do was cover for people she knew and she was friends with. Attorney General Chris Carr announced the indictment. Now, that's the person that she ran against for DA and she lost. And I remember him saying if he won the DA race, he was coming after her for the handling of this case. He kept his word. This man kept his word. So he's the Attorney General, Chris Carr, announced the indictment Thursday afternoon. Jackie Johnson is charged with violation of oath of public officer and obstruction. She could face several years in prison if convicted. Now, I just got a feeling she may get probation and not prison. I'm just telling y'all, we know how they roll in this country. She really, truly does belong in jail. Okay, because she interfered with a crime and tried to cover for people that she personally knew. According to a press release, Carr's office presented evidence to a Glenn County grand jury over 7 months. The investigation originated because Johnson initially didn't file charges in the case and later rescued herself from it. Recused. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know Ahmaud Arbery at that time, he was 25 years old. I mean, he had his whole life ahead of him. It's not just one group of people that have a future. Our young people got futures too. But, when they speak in the media, you would think nobody on the planet got a future except for them. So he was shot and killed as he was running, and a Brunswick neighbor. So let's say it was February 2020. I remember this happening. And if y'all remember, the only reason why I can remember when it happened was because we were just 1 month away from the lockdown at that time. And that's how I remember. So she didn't file nothing. So it was almost like Ahmaud never died and this never happened, which is a load of BS. So we know a third man, that Roddy guy, the one that looked like he got his hair cut with a bowl on top of his head, was an accomplice who is also white and was charged. The suspects, the father, son, Gregory McMichael and Travis McMichael, claimed there had been burglaries in the area and confronted Arbery. Okay, so even if there were burglaries in the area, I think the big mistake, never lose sight of one thing, y'all. Remember, the police said it was okay for them to patrol the neighborhood, which I don't believe that should have been granted to them. Neither one of them were police officers, and they were going around the neighborhood armed. No, that's what your police department is supposed to do, not citizens appointing themselves as a neighborhood watch. And that's what the McMichaels did. They appointed themselves to be in charge of the neighborhood. And you see how that turned out, right? Okay. So there was no evidence that Arbery was connected with any burglary Exactly. And he was unarmed. McMichael's neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, was accused of driving behind Arbery and filming the video of his death. Johnson reportedly had the video of Arbery's death for months before it surfaced publicly, according to the indictment. Oh boy. Yeah, this woman is in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. So Johnson is accused of ordering police not to arrest Travis McMichael, Gregory McMichael. So, and remember, Gregory McMichael used to work with the DA's office. He was an officer, but he never had a peace license. But they allowed him to be a cop down there. Okay, so Atlanta's attorney, Paige Pate, said the indictment also accuses Johnson of breaking the law in a way that she got the case transferred to another DA, Waycross DA, Georgia Barnhill. This is George Barnhill. Barnhill had reportedly already conducted the suspects as being in self-defense. I don't know how you chase somebody down that's just jogging along a road and that's self-defense. That doesn't even make any common sense. But it just goes to show you the deep hatred they have for a person like Ahmaud Arbery down in Georgia. All right, so he claimed a man running away and just taking a jog, that was self-defense. I mean, it doesn't make any common sense. And this man needs to have his law license taken away too. And he did not intend to prosecute the McMichaels. I think it was clear that she did want to keep the McMichaels from being charged, and that by directing it to a DA who she thought would be friendly towards her and think just like her and act just like her, she thought that was the right thing to do. The three men are scheduled to stand trial on October 18th, 2021. I hope it's televised. They haven't said anything yet, but I do hope, because it's such a high profile case, that it will be shown, even if they live stream it online. Okay, the men were indicted on federal hate crime charges in April. The indictment charged the McMichaels with separate counts of using firearms during a crime of violence. Recently, a judge ruled that Arbery's prior run-ins with police couldn't be used by defendants accused of his murder. Well, that's really the only part of this that I do agree. I'm glad the judge is blocking them for using anything about his past as if they got a clean past themselves. That's why these people are such hypocrites. I seriously, I can't listen to them. I can't even bear to listen to them. Everything is hypocritical. And then they'll come, well, he wasn't squeaky clean. Well, your ass ain't squeaky clean. Your history ain't squeaky clean. Get the hell out of here. We get sick of this mess. And the bottom line is, all of these people took part in trying to cover up the death of a black man. At the end of the day, that's what the DA did. That's what the McMichaels did. They all participated in covering up a crime. Daughter of Zion 74, thank you so much for the super chat. Shalom, sis Lisa and family. So glad that you are okay. Thank you for all you do, sis. 100. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But it just goes to show you in these DA offices across the country. It's not just here. You would have to be foolish to believe that, because these DA offices across America are criminal. All of them are criminal. And they have all participated in putting innocent Black men behind bars. Many of them have withheld evidence that could have cleared a person, and then that person wounds up in jail for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And when they get exonerated, no one is accountable for putting them in prison as an innocent person in the first place. So they got the laws all rigged up to make sure no matter whatever misstep they make, they don't go to jail. To me, if you put innocent people in jail, your ass should go to jail. A lot of these DAs are more criminal than the people they put behind bars. You know, you can't get justice in a system that was corrupt from day one. It's been corrupt from day one. You are not going to see any justice from this system. They just won't do it because they are determined to make sure only justice is given to them, but not to anyone else, especially not to us that don't look like them. They will moan and groan if they think we got another piece of dust more than what they have. It's ridiculous up in this society. Judgment is coming soon. Please watch Gates of Huldah. Okay, a video on the subject, peace for those who need healing. Thank you, the Ghost Tiger, for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, I hope justice is served in this case, but I don't know. I just got this feeling she's going to be able to plea bargain and keep herself out of jail when she really truly belongs in jail. That's the problem. You know, the people that should be in jail don't go to jail. And the people that are sitting in there, they really shouldn't be there. There was no crime committed. They have to fudge up things and lie on them all through the courts in order to get them in jail. As long as we keep seeing exonerations all over the place, then their system has no credibility. I'm just telling you, how do their system have credibility? And every day we're seeing one of these stories of somebody getting out of jail from the Black community that's been in there for decades and should never have been there in the first place. Or the DNA evidence shows a whole different person and not the one they got in jail. Or they'll take the evidence and go hide it in some cop's garage just to make sure the person they randomly grabbed goes to jail. We done seen it all. When you got a system like that, your system has zero credibility. Mm-hmm. Yeah, most DAs are just as criminal as the cops are. Keith Blocker, they are just as criminal as the police. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. In fact, many of these judges are just as criminal as the police. It's not just the cops, it's all of them. Oh, I'm not surprised, Hood Mistress. You know, when it comes down to YouTube, I'm not shocked. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on Clubhouse one day next week. I just got to set it up. And of course, you can expect the trolls to follow us over there because they follow us around everywhere we go. You know, their agenda is to always be around us. My agenda is to ditch them every chance I can get. Okay, that's my agenda. Onika, you're the best, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Because there are some things that I'm doing, and I just want to pass it on to you. You know, if you're interested, and then we can just have an open dialogue, because once we're on there, we can all talk. Well, I mean, look, epitomize masculinity. you got to be careful on any social media platform. I'm being for real. Anyone. None of them are safe, to be honest with you. And YouTube is probably the most unsafest of them all. So it doesn't matter. I mean, each and every one. I mean, if we just sat down and analyzed each one, there would be problems. People would tell you about problems on Twitter, problems on Instagram. We already know Facebook is Fedbook, you know. And remember, Facebook is responsible for getting Corrine Gaines murdered. They literally took part in murdering that woman. So none of them are innocent. All of them are corrupt. It does have a block feature and a mute feature. So if somebody comes out of pocket, you can mute them and they can be blocked. So we'll just take advantage of those features, because we know here on YouTube they disabled those features so that we can't use it and act like we don't know what's going on. So everybody, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this broadcast, and we'll definitely be doing this again. I have
showing Ahmaud Arbery, who was black, shot to death
I'm
while
sorry.
jogging in
I don't know
Brunswick,
why this thing
leading
just
to
started
murder
playing.
charges against three
So
white men
anyway,
who were
I got
scheduled to go
another
on trial.
live stream coming a little later where we'll be doing Brother L again. And tomorrow I have an update on the Ohio man that was in Mississippi trying to accost a news reporter. I got an update on that. He has since been arrested in Ohio, and they really need to put that man in jail, being that he violated his parole. So those of you that are in our group for Bible study, I will see you then. And the rest of you, I guess I'll see you tomorrow on the next live stream. Shalom, family.